Africans were forced to give up their different cultures. While most of their cultural traditions have been lost to history, those that remain are distinct and infused into the wider Guyanese culture.
The African cultural influence can be found in the way the Afro-Guyanese dress. This is mostly visible at emancipation time and on ceremonial occasions, since the African dress is not the typical day-to-day attire. Popular clothing choices like the agbala, the dashiki, including female skirt and head wraps, are commonly worn in popular African prints.
What I'm trying to do here is to give her a head wrap that will go with her outfit and that will say celebrations.
Food is perhaps the most common and easily identified African cultural presence. African influence like ground provision, plantain, and flour can be found in typical Guyanese food known as Creole cuisine. Perhaps the deepest presence of the African culture can be found in our language. There are several words and phrases we use today that are of African origin. Common Guyanese terms such as eye water, bottom house, she run fast fast and it too sweetie sweetie. The African presence is also manifested in the performing arts. Guyanese folk songs like Itaname and folk tales like Anansi are excellent examples. Itaname itself originated from former slaves in Buxton in the 1950s.
I can give you a part of Buxton history where 7 brothers drowned one time. The falls was named Moora Falls. They named the rest of the family in village, the nephew that was left, they called him Moora, because he lost his uncles and his father at Moora Falls, right? But that was in the days when people were living here in groups and paddling past the falls. Today we have big outboard motors pushing you up those rapids, right? And that's how you got going to history and culture again. One man in the captain wake, Captain wakey wakey boatman, boatman wakey wakey bowman, bowman wake with the paddle in the hand. All I want is a long and strong gone too much for me, long and strong Itaname, oh. Right, because now they are going to attempt to cross the Itaname waterfall by paddling.
Kwekwe is also another excellent example of the manifestation of the African presence in the performing arts. Singing and dancing to Kwekwe songs is an important part of African Guyanese pre-wedding celebrations. Other features of powerful Africanism in Guyanese society have survived in the form of religious practices that includes the elements of dance, drums, hand clapping, and in severe instances, possession and sacrifice. The libation ceremony is an example of African religious practice that has survived in today's Guyanese society. Ancestral worship is rooted in the African belief system. Worshippers appeal to gods and the spirits of ancestors for their healing, salvation, spiritual cleansing, and good fortune.
The libation is a pour drink offering, and so we're giving respect to our ancestors so that they can always be with us. They can be able to bless us with a good ashe, good energy, good guidance, good direction. Never mind, some people say that the dead can't talk and the dead can't this, but the dead can. Of course the dead can do those things, but our ancestors are not dead. Somebody?
One of the purest forms of African religious survival in Guyana is the Comfa. This is where spirit possession by devotees is germane to the achievement of goals. There are also other minor practices in which spirits of the water, air, or earth are appealed to. These are all parts of the cultural heritage of emancipation. They originated in slavery and became more pervasive in post-emancipation societies. What is of great importance is that this cultural heritage has been localized and creolized in Guyana and is part of the national culture.